everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hey, guys.
How are you, my friend?
I am excellent. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no other way. At least you guys are, I'm expecting you guys when you're here.
What's that?
No, we were just talking about Newberg.
Oh, right.
He's got a TED Talk coming up.
I know. He's going to have a headset on.
Could you imagine him up there?
Yeah.
We should get you on that panel. It's about comedy or something. But he's like, he makes the announcement, Walters will be there, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
It's like TED Talk.
TED Talk. I don't, I'm like, did I get shit-faced last night and agree to a bunch of shit I don't remember? And I'm like, no. And so he texted me. It was like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I'd be honored if you go. I was like, yeah, I would have been honored if you asked me before you posted it publicly, dick face.
It's funny.
And as I'm doing that, McCarty shows up. I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday night.
No.
Troy goes,
Tuesday.
yo, man, what the fuck? The band comes in, starts playing. So this afternoon, I'm prepping for the show. And when I'm prepping for this show, like, that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. I'm very focused on what I'm doing. And I need a certain amount of time to feel comfortable. And all of a sudden, sliding door opens, and I'm like, what the fuck? Please say that's someone breaking in right now. What's going on? That wouldn't be E or J. No, it's the boys that do the show here on Thursday nights. They're meeting Derek here, who's apparently taking them under his wing and taking them to some fancy bookstore in Royal Oak and to lunch. And then, next thing you know, everyone's talking and bullshitting for 45 minutes. I'm like,
possibly smoking?
A little bit of weed smoke. Did you guys notice the wafting? Yeah, that was not me or anybody else in this house. It was people in this house, but it's like, okay, it's becoming a fucking revolving door around here, and half the time I don't know who's coming or going. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. I just want to be informed. Just drop
it's fair. It's probably fair.
Drop me a little note, note, let me know.
Quick text.
Do you mind? Would you mind if I come?
Or even
by?
if it's not, do you mind? It's we're coming over.
So I can make sure to lock the doors before anyone arrives.
Just like an FYI.
Yeah, because on like Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, I'm expecting you two here every day.
You know when to put your pants on.
I do. I know when to get dressed. I know when to, everything. I know exactly how to deal with that because it's planned in advance, like adults do. Anyway. Oh, man. A lot going on in the world. We'll get to. I can't, dude, I don't know what it is. The Bahamas and that stuff.
Just what?
I can't get into it.
The
story. You know
totally.
what I mean?
No, that's normal.
Is it?
Yes, absolutely. It's not affecting you directly.
Yeah, but none of these stories really, directly affect me. But those ones, it's like I'm looking at, the Bahamas, and it's like, boy, I know that's a lot prettier usually than it looks right now. But it's devastated, and I'm like, what else is going on in the world?
That's what everybody does, for sure.
Do they? I mean,
I haven't watched 1 second. I don't watch the news though, so that doesn't. But I haven't watched 1 second of. But I wouldn't, no matter what. Like, why would I care? No offense.
It's happening in a faraway land.
I know.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. It's happening far enough that it doesn't affect me. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe there's some level of food prices. I don't know what they cook, what they make in the Bahamas. Is coffee? Well, it's like coffee beans up or something. I don't know, but
no, I don't think the Bahamas.
Bellies.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I don't know. Crab?
No, it's
cocaine.
purely tourism.
Cocaine.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now you can't go to Punta Cana or the Bahamas, apparently. Punta Cana, you'll die if you drink out of the minibar.
Yeah.
Bahamas is just a wreck.
Yeah. It's a mess. So
running
anyways,
out of places, tropical places, to go drink, right?
Yeah, right? Really? Where do you find a good Senor Frogs when you need one? You know what I mean?
Cozumel.
We can still go to Mexico, right? Are they still beheading people?
Oof.
I don't know that I'd go to Mexico personally, but
yeah, we're running out of spots.
Man, we need.
Yeah,
We
end
I
up
don't
in
like
Nineveh.
tropical vacations as much as most people do. So I guess I'm lucky.
Maybe we could try to rebrand Pedo Island because it's not in use right now, right? It looks to be a beautiful island.
Isn't that the Bahamas, or I don't remember.
I don't know.
Part of the Bahamian chain.
Oh, that'd be a damn shame if Pedo Island got knocked down.
Yeah, the temple. What a weirdo.
Yeah.
There's been all these stories about Epstein and his art. Have you seen those too?
Some of it.
Yeah.
Total creeper weirdo.
Total creeper weird art.
Yeah.
Of course, there's like a picture of a big bush on his wall.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't you? Also, like Bill Clinton.
Oh, right. Bill
like a
Clinton in the
centurion
blue.
or something?
No, he's dressed in the blue dress.
Oh, yeah, that's
Kind
right.
of laying across the couch. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there's like Woody Allen. I think he's got a framed picture of him. It's like just like central casting of the known pedophiles of the world.
Yeah.
We're like heroes of this dude. It's weird. I feel bad for the victims. I mean, obviously you feel bad for the victims, but him killing himself, quote unquote, whether or not he did, it's like it just takes all the fucking power out of them. Their impact statements and everything, because it's like the guy at the center of it is gone. He's gone. You know, they killed him. The Clintons got to him. Period. Clinton body.
It's like
count.
it was in the U.S. Virgin Islands, which wherever that is. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, Pedo Island.
I don't know what the
Virgin
differences
Islands.
between any of these places are.
Yeah.
Like when you guys talk about Bahamas or whatever.
What about
I don't know
Hawaii?
where any of it is.
Hawaii still on the
Aruba,
table?
Jamaica.
Yeah, exactly.
Come
I
on,
wanna
pretty
take it.
mama.
Yeah, I don't know where any of those places are.
Montego.
I guess I know
Waco.
where Hawaii is, but
Do you? But do you?
well, I mean, it's left somewhere. I just go left. And
If you look hard enough out in the water,
Yeah.
you'll see it
out
there.
It's only about a 6-hour
I think
flight
that
from
wasn't-
the West Coast. So.
Wasn't there people for a while that were getting mad, like with based on how the maps are displayed, that like some people didn't actually know where those like.
Oh yeah,
We're,
oh yeah. I
uh,
thought Alaska was south of us for a long, long time.
What do you
Lay a
mean?
flat map out and it just got Hawaii and Alaska down in there. It was like, oh wow, I didn't realize Alaska was down
Or
there.
like the size. I think there's people that talk about the size of them because of the situation. So it's like sizest or whatever. Or Australia, I think, has
Wait,
that. Where,
sizest?
Wait, can we back up to you thinking Alaska was down below us?
I didn't say I was old,
All right.
but you know,
Can you
when
give us a range? 10 to 12?
maybe. And it was just from looking at flat
Yeah.
maps. You know what I mean?
well, when they do like this, you mean like where is it?
Yeah, this is my childhood where Alaska was.
Wait, didn't you have an algebraic equation issue too?
I was
A
not good
plus
at.
B equals
Like,
C.
is Hawaii,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
that where Alaska is?
Yeah, that's
You
where
know?
Alaska is, south of.
Oh, I got you. I see
what I
you're
mean?
saying, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, oh wow, Hawaii's over there, and
Hanging
then
down here.
Alaska's. Boy, it gets cold there for somewhere south of Mexico. You know what I mean? Or west of Mexico. But you can see how a young brain would do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what you're referring to, Jay, is my algebraic combinations. I didn't. It was kind of tough because my dad's really good at math, and so it would be like A plus B equals D or whatever it would, or fractions especially. And so I would just give them a numeric number, like A was 1.
Oh,
B
that's
was
right.
2,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
C
You
was
assigned
3.
1 to A, 2
Yeah,
to B.
26 numbers. It makes perfect
Yeah.
sense,
Gotcha.
right?
Yes.
So
You
X
never
was-
go above that.
X would be letter whatever, and it was like, fuck.
23
These
or
just
24.
don't make sense,
Yeah.
man. 1 over 23 does not times 3 over.
It's always that number.
It's always that number.
Can you imagine when your dad, when it clicked in, he's trying to help you with your homework, and he's like, "What do you? Why? Why would B be 2?" You're like, "Well,
Well, it makes perfect sense.
let's
It's
map
the-
it out here, Dad."
Do you want me to do the longhand version of this? Yeah, I can show you how I
Can you
got
imagine?
my key guy.
Oh my God!
Dude, I actually turned,
My God, Michael!
there were papers turned in. And now this is with a basic algebra class. This was not an advanced algebra or even a normal algebra. This was basic algebra. Papers were turned in using those combinations.
That must have been such a curiosity to the teacher. Like, what is he even? He's just throwing down numbers.
I was never questioned about
He
this.
would know what that he said he would know what a period was no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
To E's point, he's right.
He's not right.
I mean,
No, you
said
are
A,
not
you
right.
just said A plus B equals C because you just, or whatever you said.
Pretty
You didn't-
critical of the guy without knowing where the periods are, and then
A
here
plus
you are.
B equals C. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Yeah. Yeah. My math lines up.
Genius.
I'm showing my work, and it fucking works.
A plus X, or what is it? 5 plus X equals, how were we doing again? Well, either way, it was
you
wrong.
got it. All I know is I do remember specifically turning in at least one paper with my calculations. I didn't do well
Yeah.
on that particular test.
I never did well in math either, so I'm not slamming you here.
Judging.
Not judging, but I never ever came up with a formula like that. I was
creative,
I was
Jay.
throwing darts, dude.
I was creative. Yeah. Didn't it suck?
Is that creative, or is that just completely misunderstanding what's going
It's
on?
not paying any attention, then trying to figure out how to do long form arithmetic on your own.
Yeah, I
And
don't know
so,
if that goes to creative.
I think it does. I think there's a bit of creative. Did you come up with it?
no.
No.
I guess that was more creative.
Yeah, you did suck at math.
Oh, Very bad.
Which
I
is
got
weird.
I got left behind real quick, and I never recovered, man.
Really?
Yeah, I remember Ida Beck lost me in 4th grade even, you know? And I was
Really?
struggling. Then I got to 6th, 7th grade, and man, that basic algebra threw me for a loop.
Yeah, basic algebra was not fun for any of us. I remember a blue book, just said basic algebra on it.
I don't remember the blue book.
I remember the blue book. So how far did you get with math? Because you didn't do any in college, did you? Didn't you? Like,
Correct. I think I tested out of it, strangely enough.
what a shock! You did good enough that you were able to just bail.
Yeah, but I think I only got to like geometry in high school.
Oh, is that all?
Yes, it's basically like algebra 1, algebra 2 geometry.
Yeah.
I never got to calculus and all
Could
that
you
shit.
do something right now if you had to do something?
Fuck no.
Isn't that funny?
I mean, some basic algebra, yeah.
But like, if someone were to put down like a quiz that you might have had to take,
You couldn't. That's why Are You Smarter Than a 4th grader or 5th grader or whatever that is?
Yeah.
Was such a fun show, right?
Yeah.
Because those little dudes are in the thick of it and they know it, and adults
Yeah.
are like, "Yeah, I didn't.
I
I
wonder-
had to use this for 40 years."
I wonder if people sat down, if people were sat down and forced to like take the test to get the GED or something, like, you know what I mean? How
Well,
people
you see
would
how
do.
people do with government, right? Wasn't it Leno who always did those on the street quizzes?
Oh,
of
yeah.
Oh my
people?
God, who we fought this? I always remember because I just was such a Civil War person, and be like, who did we fight in the Civil War? And it'd be like Mexico
Oh,
and
shit.
England, you know,
Yeah,
and shit like that.
yeah.
And be like, oh boy.
Yeah. We're not very smart. It's
Well, you
Well,
gotta
you know,
keep it
you're-
up. You have to keep it up, or you're not,
Right.
or you just.
That's a good point.
It's a
You-
muscle, man.
continuity. To
Yeah.
get your summers off, you kind of lose some shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, not just that, but even like as you grow up,
Yeah.
you know, you just
no, you use what you have to use
Right.
when you grow up. You've specialized.
You're not going to sit there and then, you know the whatever, like some of these history things that you learn and you never use.
Speaking of school, it's the most wonderful time of the year, gentlemen. They're back. They're back in school.
the kids.
The little tiny girl.
Tiny girl. Did
Tiny
you see
girls
her
in
off?
6th grade.
You see her off to the bus stop today?
No, Russell's driving her.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, actually, yesterday was the first day. But
Really?
Yep.
Does it feel nice around the house?
No, it's weird, man. It's
Yeah.
weird having them
You've been
gone.
through this before.
Yeah, like for years
It's
and years.
still weird.
Yeah, because you have them there all summer, and then all of a sudden, mornings are different.
Man, that stinks.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
trying to help everybody out of the house.
Yeah, get them dressed. Is Sweet Pie picking her own outfits yet?
She can dress herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She doing
good.
better than she used to with the cowboy boots?
Yeah, I
and
remember that. You guys witnessed the leopard skin.
Yeah.
cowboy boots, and I believe there might have been.
I think it was a
fur
leopard
coat?
print coat with
Sure.
pink cowboy boots and some sparkly pants or something.
Yeah.
No, she's not a streetwalker. She's a little girl.
She was going to play basketball with us at the
yeah,
at
we were
the
going to the palace. You're right.
Yeah, and that was her game time attire. So she was harnessing her inner Dennis Rodman. I would say at the time. God, that was fun. I'm afraid to even see Sweet Pie right now because I haven't seen her in so long. I imagine I don't want to be that guy. Oh my God, look how big you've gotten. I imagine she's a big fucking girl now.
Probably, yeah, compared to what you saw.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of school, Stanford University, we're finally getting a look at.
Little look-see.
Little look-see, yep, at the girl that was raped, molested, sexually assaulted by Brock Turner back 4 years ago. Can you believe that was 4 years ago?
No.
I mean, that must have been one of the earlier stories that we started talking about.
Yeah, no kidding.
So anyway, is it Chanel Miller, not Channel Miller?
I think it's Chanel.
It is?
That's what I would say.
Okay. She's publicly revealing her name for the very first time. Showed her face for a preview for a 60 Minutes interview coming up, which means there must be some profiting going on here. I believe she's got
Yeah, she wrote a book, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out. You don't know me, but you've been inside me. She reads part of that trend. Boy, that's a hell of a title, isn't it?
Well, that's like her opening statement in that victim's impact
Victim,
statement.
yeah. That's the title of it. She had a title for the victim impact statement. You don't know me, but you've been inside me. Oh, does that sound creepy? So, yeah, she's releasing a memoir September 24th titled Know My Name, in which she details the attack, the court case, her recovery.
Does she
Yeah.
at least admit that it's the nicest dumpster out there? I mean, it really.
Well, I don't know if anyone's asked her about that. I didn't know this until I was reading some more about the incident details and stuff. Brock took a fucking picture of her titties and sent it to all his buddies.
Really?
From the
Oh,
dumpster.
my God.
Yeah.
I did not know that either. How did that not come out?
I don't know.
That's heinous, man.
did.
You got this
He-
passed out chick. Like, check it out. Before the what nationality bicyclists came upon them?
The Swedes.
Yes.
They were the Swedes.
Swedes.
Can you name the Swedes?
No, hell no.
Peter Lars Jonsson.
Okay.
Jonsson. And Carl Fredrik Arndt.
Perfect.
I mean, dude.
Central casting Swede bicyclists.
Can you get any more Swedish than that?
No.
Yeah, he found her lying near a dumpster and sent a gloating picture of her titties to his friends. They say breasts, but how did we not know that?
I have no idea.
We know about the fingering, right?
Yep.
Remember, he claims in his statement, because she doesn't remember shit. And so he claims, I asked you if you would like me to finger you, and everyone was just like, ugh. No guy would ever ask a girl that. Like, who would do that? And she even says that in her victim impact statement, if you read the whole thing, where she's like, for the record, asswipe. No fucking chick wants to be asked would you like a nice little fingering? Like, no. You either get there naturally or you don't get there. So yeah, the Swedes were cycling by, for those that don't remember the story all that well. The Kappa Alpha frat on the Stanford campus, about 1 a.m. when they spotted the assault taking place, they surprised turned behind a dumpster on top of an unconscious woman. Johnson testified, he asked him, what the fuck are you doing? She's unconscious. Turner quickly rose and fled. They chased him down, tackled him, and he's laughing. They're like, what's so funny? He's like, I just find this whole situation so ridiculous. He first said he met her outside the frat house, and then he told police that he met the victim at the house. They drank beer, walked away from the house holding hands, and then he took her clothes off and fondled her titties while she rubbed his back. Blah, blah, blah.
And he famously gets the, 6-month sentence?
6 months, which he did 3.
Yeah.
He did 3, and his dad, remember his dad with that famous...
For 20 minutes of action?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the quote?
Something like that. Something like,
Can't ruin this kid's life for 20 minutes of action.
His son has paid a steep price for 20 minutes of action out of his 20-plus years.
Jeez.
Fuck.
That's sensitive.
Yeah. That sounds like a dad without a daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good Lord. I wonder if his life is over, right? Forever. Didn't he move back to Ohio?
I remember. We looked into that a little bit last time we talked about this.
I don't know that forever. I mean, honestly, like, and the same, even though there's internet and stuff like that and some things never go away, I don't know. You know what I mean? People forget too. We all have very fast memories.
Yeah, but that particular crime, murder, people get over murder. You go to jail, you do your few years or whatever, and you get out. Okay. But rapists, they just have a harder go.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I just don't think it's over forever.
He's forgiving the whole situation.
Absolutely.
He supports rape.
Read a rapist apologist.
Yeah. Well, anyway, do you want to see a picture of her? Not that it matters, but...
She's Asian, which surprised me, right?
Yeah.
Don't know why, but just didn't...
Yeah.
Didn't think she was.
Is she?
I think. Maybe not.
There's a hint of it.
Maybe she's mixed race.
Perhaps. What did we say her name was? Chanel
Miller.
Channel Miller.
Channel Miller.
There's Channel Miller. Yeah.
No, when should...
Yeah, there's a hint of Asianness in there. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It is Northern California, by the way. Mm-hmm. Did she ever go back to school?
No idea.
Yeah.
She was 22 at the time, which kind of old to be hanging around a campus getting drunk,
Is
right?
it? Yeah. Didn't she go with her younger sister or older sister or something to that party?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Hey everybody, Twin Peaks is your ultimate sports lodge with a menu to match. Pair any of their made-from-scratch menu items with a frosty 29-degree draft beer served by a beautiful Twin Peaks girl, and you're in for a legendary sports-watching experience. Are you ready for some football? Get to Ultimate Sports Lodge and experience the kickoff to a full week of football as Green Bay takes on Chicago at 8:20 Eastern. Finally, football is back. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
And make sure you mention the Detroit cast for your free queso dip.
Indeed.
And a lot of people have been doing that lately. I've seen some nice pictures. So make sure you go there, any of their locations, and mention the Detroit cast or Mike and Jay and E, and they'll hook you up with free queso.
Don't mention E.
Don't have to
leave
mention
E out of it.
Yeah. They said they'd throw you out of the restaurant if you mentioned the E. But, boy, oh boy, Eric McCormack stepped in it last week.
Blacklister.
Yeah, I can't stand these people. You expect it from David Hogg. Find out all whoever's working with them, and let's never use their stuff again because I don't agree with them politically.
Yeah, so this was Will and Grace, Star, McCormack, and also Deborah Messing, too.
Yeah, Deborah Messing. Anyone here a fan of Will and Grace?
Yeah, I liked it, actually.
Back in the day, I didn't watch.
I didn't watch any of the new.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff, but
No.
yeah, Jack was a great character.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show.
Was it the first like mainly gay character on TV, like in a
Probably.
sitcom?
Yeah, probably.
So which one was gay? I don't think I've ever seen an
Will
episode.
and
and
Grace.
Jack. Grace. I think
Oh no,
was
you're right.
straight.
Correct. Yeah, Will and Jack. You're right.
Will and-
But they were
so-
never together.
Right. They were just friends. Okay, Will is the main character. He's gay.
He's gay,
His
okay.
friend Jack, also flaming gay.
Yeah.
And then Grace was just friends with both of them.
So this is
woman.
like a reverse Three's Company.
Yes. That's
In a
assuming
sense.
Jack Tripper wasn't really gay.
But he's a known gay.
He's a known gay.
He's an out gay. Is this?
He's one of the known gays.
Is the second lead male also a known
Yes,
gay?
both known gays.
Both known and out welcoming gay.
Yes.
Wow. And what's Deborah Messing's?
She's just friends with him.
That's it.
Yeah, I
Platonic.
think so.
Yeah. I think there was. God, I think there was a storyline one time where they. Will
Drunk
and
and
Grace
laid out.
kind of tried to
Probably.
maybe hook up or something.
Oh, you know who
where
else
they-
was on that? Is damn, what's her name? She's really funny.
Oh, the kind of the drunk friend.
Yes,
She's
great.
like a slob.
You'd know her. Just look her up.
Yeah.
She's married to the guy in Parks and Rec in real life.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache who's great. God damn it.
Oh, Ron.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Look it up, E. Is she a comic?
Yes. Well, she's
Sort of.
comedic actress.
Well, Eric McCormack, the reason we're talking about Will and Grace, which is something we're known to discuss from time to time, he had to come out and make a new post on Instagram.
Clarifying his thoughts on this matter.
Yeah, on blacklisting of people, because he faced quite a bit of backlash when he and his co-star Deborah Messing called for President Trump supporters in Hollywood to be outed. So I guess there's, like right now in that build up to the run campaign season, they're all trying to raise funds. And so there's all kinds of bullshit, lavish parties going on all over the country, but especially all over Hollywood. George Clooney's throwing a Hillary Clinton party where all his rich buddies come over and donate a bunch of money.
Right.
And so that's going on. So the actor had called for a list of attendees so the rest of us can be clear about who we don't want to work with. But he's not in favor of blacklists. Okay. I want to be clear about my social media post from last week, which has been misinterpreted in a very upsetting way. I absolutely do not support blacklists or discrimination of any kind, as anyone who knows me would attest. I'd simply like to understand where Trump's major donations are coming from, which is a matter of public record. I'm holding myself responsible for making educated and informed decisions that I can morally and ethically stand by, and to do that, transparency is essential. His co-star Deborah Messing followed up, tweeting a screenshot of that statement. So my friend Eric McCormack posted this today. It perfectly explains the intent behind each of our posts concerning the fundraiser. I'm posting it here because honestly, I couldn't have said it better. Yeah, they faced some widespread, criticism from others in Hollywood. Seinfeld actor John O'Hurley. He was.
Peterman, right?
Yeah. He would go on the wild hunting expeditions
Yeah.
and whatnot. What was the catalog that?
Oh, the Urban Sombrero or
Was-
whatever
was that what it
sold
was?
there. Well, that's where the Urban Sombrero was sold.
I can't remember, but I do remember in real life, because he played like in the show, he played like the president or whatever that he was of that company. That I think he ended up getting actually involved in the company. Like he ended up buying shares or something. Or,
Really?
Yes. I can't think of the fucking catalog. It was a something catalog.
Urban
Yeah.
Outfitters or some shit.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was like.
Yeah. I'll look it up.
Yeah. So he said he was embarrassed for these two. I think they have the bully pulpit right now to say it out loud. I don't think it permeates Hollywood to the degree that you think it is. I think there is a nature among liberal thinkers to form packs, to form groups, whereas the conservative mind is basically an individual, and they're tougher to find. Let me just say I'm embarrassed for both of them because I know them both. I've worked with Deborah before. They're smart people. They do wonderful work, but they're pushing a case that falls apart from the sheer weight of its lunacy, as though the Hollywood community needs to be purged of this social and intellectual hygiene problem called conservative thinking. It underscores the fact that we aren't receptive to a diverse thought, which is the exact opposite of what you feel the liberal way would be, and I find that obscene. I would agree with him. Whoopi Goldberg even slammed the two of them. In this country, people can vote for who they want to. That is one of the great rights of this country. You don't have to like it, but we don't go after people because we don't like who they vote for. Since when? I agree with Whoopi's statement, but
Say the last part again.
this is one of the great rights of this country. Vote for whoever you want. You don't have to like it, but we don't go after people because we don't like who they voted for. I think if The View is doing the exact opposite of that most days, right? We don't go after them that way. We can talk about issues and stuff, but we don't print out lists. Last time people did this, people ended up killing themselves. It's not a good idea. Your idea of who you don't want to work with is your personal business. Do not encourage people to print out lists because your next list, the next list that comes out, might have your name on it, and people will be coming after you. Yeah. McCarthyism is what that is. When you're talking about lists, you know, McCarthy famously attacked political opponents and made up lies about them that ended up affecting their political careers and blah, blah, blah. And they called it McCarthyism. And, you know, making blacklists like this to scare people out of, you know,
Having
because
a contrary thought, yeah.
yeah. And what do you think? I mean, how can he come out with that post? Oh, this was misinterpreted, and so I in no way support blacklists. What do you think what are you asking for then, shithead?
Yeah, it very clearly asked for that.
So we know who not to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the definition of McCarthyism. Like, I want a list of whoever's at this party. We need to out them. We need to dox them, and then we'll know exactly who's on that team, and we'll never work with them again. Awesome. Yeah, but no, this was horribly misrepresented, and well,
Because they think differently about politics.
yeah,
Right.
they think differently about politics. How pathetic.
Two of the things. One, Megan Mully.
Yes, Mulhaney, right?
Yeah, okay.
Megan Mulhaney.
That was her.
Megan Mullany, yeah.
It was the Peterman catalog, and I was right that from when the show ended, he invested in the relaunch of the catalog, and since '99 has been part owner and member of the
So
board
it actually exists?
of a
the
Peterman catalog. Yes.
The Peterman you sure it wasn't like Urban Outfitters or something?
I
or?
knew it wasn't Urban Outfitters, by the way, but yeah,
That's the name of the company, is the Peterman catalog?
it was a
And that actually exists.
there's a John Peterman. It says on here, he's an American catalog and retail entrepreneur from Lexington, Kentucky, who operates a J. Peterman company, blah, blah, blah. And so maybe it ended at one point and they were doing a spin-off of it, but I remember always hearing that, and it says it's true. It said he put money in to relaunch it in 1998, became a part owner since 1999.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a J. Peterman catalog. I've seen a lot of catalogs in my day. Yeah, pull one up, E. If I find E, but it was the Urban Outfitters catalog or some shit.
No, man.
No, I know it's not Urban Outfitters.
No, it was
but
definitely Peterman. Dude.
I just
Like, that
remember
was
the Urban
100%.
sombrero.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's what I'm
Products, so-
thinking of, is just the products.
I just put Peterman J. Peterman catalog. So these are, I don't know.
Peterman rides again.
That must be.
Is that him? Is that the real John Peterman?
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
Show you the picture of the
Yeah.
real John Peterman. He might be, because they have it in the site in the fucking link.
Oh, yeah, he was on Dancing with the Stars, too.
Really?
Hurley, yeah.
There's a real one.
Huh.
Oh, he's the one from Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anyways, moving on. Another story that I can't believe still exists in today's society is this conversion therapy. This, sending someone to a gay camp.
Yeah, knock the gay out of them.
Not just knock that gay right out. Cock has the appeal for cock, when one wants cock, is a strong force. It is a strong force in some of these guys.
So what do? You redirect that? How's this done, Mike?
Yeah, you just gotta, when you see a hard on coming at you, you just gotta deflect.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off against that cock. Bang, get it out of here. That's what you gotta do. But I was reading this, and it was like the goal of this guy's conversion therapy program.
Dude, you say it on sorry,
to
you
make
say it
a
all
lot of money.
You say it all the time, dude. If you were to sit there in front to me right now and just start saying, nope, you don't want to have sex with girls anymore. Nope, and just like took me away for a week and just started yelling at me or dumping ice on my face or something. Like,
You go horseback riding, too.
I'll go horseback
painting
riding, make
pools.
some paints and
Some
stuff.
painting, yeah.
I'm not
Zip
gonna
line,
come
maybe?
home and want to put a dick in my mouth. Like, I'm just like, no way.
You don't know that, E.
We could try. Every day when you walk in here, I'll go, pussy, bad, smack, and I'll slap your face.
Reverse conversion therapy. Jesus.
E comes in here just swinging dicks. Yep, love dick now. I'm all about it.
Don't know what I was thinking before.
But this, this dude is just so strong. The gay was strong within him,
Right.
And McKrae Game is his name. McKrae Game, and when he was like 11, kids at school were calling him McGay instead of McKrae.
sure.
You know what I mean? because he was so effeminate.
Yeah.
And just I don't want to say sprite. What is it? A
Lispy sprite.
Lispy sprite, but it sounds kind of like maybe he was a lispy sprite. Well, he was gay all along, as he was teaching thousands and thousands how to ungay.
Uh-huh.
He himself, what do you know, loved the cock. He was gay when he received counseling from a therapist who assured him he could overcome his same-sex attractions. He was gay when he married a woman and founded what would become one of the nation's most expansive conversion therapy ministries. He was gay when thousands of people just like him sought his organization's counsel.
I always wonder how that works when a gay person marries a woman. Like does she is she just okay with it? Does she understand? Like, does he really get it hard and fuck her? Like,
he has 2 adult children with this woman.
Okay,
they are still married today.
Okay,
and he's gay as fuck. He went to.
What does he have? Does he look at a bunch of dudes before just
maybe he's not
primed
repulsed by a chick, right? Maybe he's okay.
Yeah,
it's mechanical.
But does he have to look at a bunch of dudes to get it hard and then just kind of close his eyes?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It'd just be very interesting.
So he led Hope for Wholeness, faith-based conversion therapy program.
Hope for Wholeness.
Yep. As in
HOLE-ness?
Buttholeness.
Right.
In South Carolina, but the group's board of directors abruptly fired him in November 2017. In June, he publicly announced he was the gay and severed ties with the organizations. He's one of many former conversion therapy leaders who have left the movement and come out as gay themselves. In 2014, 9 founders and leaders from some of the country's most prominent programs and ministries wrote an open letter calling for a nationwide ban on the practice. Just like, yeah, we're gay as shit too. Sorry about all that trouble we caused. It is our firm belief that it is much more productive to support, counsel, and mentor individuals to embrace who they are in order to live happy, well-adjusted lives. Boy, oh boy, that seems more like Jesus' teachings. If I ever remember what my Bible taught me. Nearly 700,000 LGBT, the alphabet people, identifying adults have undergone conversion therapy treatments or counseling, according to Williams Institute at UCLA's study. 700,000.
That number seems high to me.
That seems way high.
How much money has been generated in this process?
I don't know.
Well, what's it cost? What's a couple months of conversion?
I know. I tried to look the other day.
To ungay? I think it's costly to ungay. I mean,
I would think
horseback is not cheap.
I tried looking that up. We could go. I couldn't. I don't know. What was this called again? The wholeness or whatever and shit.
Yeah,
Hope for Wholeness.
Hope for Wholeness.
The wholeness or whatever and shit.
HOLE.
I know it's not HOLE.
Think like Whole Foods. Last year, the Trevor Project launched. This is an advocacy group for the gay. 50 bills in 50 states, a campaign lobbying for legislation in every state barring conversion therapy on youth. They can't stop it in adults. I mean, if you want to go to a counseling session at 18, by all means. I was a religious zealot that hurt people. People said they attempted suicide over me, and the things I said to them, people I know are in therapy because of me. Why would I want that to continue? He recently issued a public apology on his Facebook page. People are like, yep, not good enough, asshole. The probably people that did kill themselves because of shit he said. It's important to understand how he got to this point.
It.
What's that?
I mean, you said probably people that killed themselves, but they weren't saying asshole, not good enough.
Yeah, that's true, but people that maybe knew
then knew them.
Yeah. Game was born and raised in a Southern Baptist household, and he was never really close with his family. As a child, Game felt isolated from other boys his age. In secret, he wore his sister's clothes. Okay. Looking at his own reflection in the mirror, he'd study the way the dresses draped his body, the way the fabric flared out when he twirled.
Wow. It puts the lotion in the basket.
It sure does. At school, his classmates taunted his more feminine qualities, nicknaming him McKrae. By 11, he'd begun to believe that he might be attracted to other boys. He kept this to himself, of course, until he was 18. He moves into a duplex just across the street from where his mom lived. By chance, what do you know? Another gay moves in right next door, 20 years his senior.
Ooh, well.
Yeah.
Teach him a thing or two.
Do you think they're just handshake friends?
Yes, for sure.
No. He starts going to homo bars. And this sucks. I was really sad to read this. For more than 3 years, he was out he was out to a small group of people. He frequented one of the region's only gay bars, a now defunct club in Greenville called Castle. We lost Castle.
Oh, man.
I didn't even know Castle was there. It sounds like a wonderful bar, doesn't it?
First the Manhole, now Castle.
Yeah. Then in the summer of '93, Game was attending a conference for evangelical Christians when he felt compelled to approach the pulpit. There he sobbed as he prayed for salvation. Later, he told the group of worshipers about the struggle inside. You know, the cock was so strong, you know. But because in my mind, homosexuality and Christianity didn't get together. They didn't go together. Very first thought I had is now I can go to heaven and not hell by talking to these people. So he basically, I don't like women's no more.
Yeah.
Do we have that video, E? Sure. I wonder how he's doing. We talked to him.
There he is.
Oh, I'm sure he's
What is
banging
it,
puss left
Andrew?
and right.
I'm delivered. Yeah, Andrew.
He doesn't carry a purse no more.
Nope.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
I like women.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
Yes.
I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women.
Time to dance.
I said women.
Come on, Andrew.
I'm not gay. I would not date a man.
Carry a purse.
I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will.
The Holy Spirit's in him.
Love a woman.
Oh, women.
Oh,
There he
yeah.
goes.
Listen.
See how the Spirit rose through his toes first, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Believe God with him. Hey!
Yes. Yes.
This is the greatest video ever.
We don't just preach condemnation.
There he goes, man.
We preach reconciliation.
Yes.
The soundtrack is the
It's
best.
the best, dude.
Hallelujah.
Look at him dancing.
So to celebrate that he likes women, he has 4 guys dancing around.
Yeah,
with
and
him.
they're gonna send more men in there.
Have some shown up believers that'll come down here and dance with him and tell him you can do it. In
I mean,
the name of
one of these women should go down and grind on his dick or something.
Yeah,
Like,
see if she can get it hard. Proof that
look
the
at,
Lord's
there's just like
inside.
20 dudes now touching them and dancing.
Yeah, where's the West Indies parade goers, right?
Yeah, right.
When we need them.
Yeah, that is mostly men in a circle jerk around him, doing what looks like the Peanuts dance.
Hey! When I tell you, I want you to run down towards that camera
Yeah.
and tell him I got a brand new life. Run right now, run!
Go, Andrew. Go.
Andrew.
They're proud of you.
There he goes.
Glory to God. Somebody shout better, better, better.
That guy is so trolled on social media. I
Oh,
feel
my
bad for him.
God.
Andrew Caldwell, was it?
Yeah, Andrew Caldwell. I feel bad for him. You know, like he was doing the interview with us, right? We had him on, and he was at the mall shopping for makeup
Yeah.
at the time, getting makeup put on as he was doing like a video, like promoting that he was going to be on our show.
Yeah.
As a straight man, and
Just getting killed on social media.
yeah, it doesn't go over well. So when Game returned home, going back to McKrae Game, when he returns home to Spartanburg, South Carolina, his mother footed the bill for a counselor who pledged he could get to the root of why Game had grown up to be gay. If Game worked hard enough, his attraction to men would lessen. All right, we're not promising you're never going to dabble with a dick here and there going forward. You're going to have to work at it, but your need, this fiendish need for cock, will lessen.
Nose to the grindstone, right, E?
For sure.
Seems like a rough life, doesn't it? So at one point, the counselor reasoned that he was drawn to other men because his father had not been invested enough in him as a child, prompting Game to seek out male attention. We would all be gay if that were the case, right?
Anybody who grew up in the 80s.
Right.
There'd be a lot of us. For the next 6 years, he saw this counselor once a week. My hope was to get to the point where I could lay this down, meet a girl, fall in love, have a family. At one point, the counselor reasoned Game was, I just read that. In 95, Game met his wife through the church. They married in 96, have 2 grown children, and remain together. Wait, that's a little head scratching. Game said his wife knows he's gay. Julie Game for some reason, did not want to participate in this interview. It's a little odd. I don't know why Julie's being,
Is she
Shy
allowed
bird.
to? Is she allowed to have sex with other guys? I mean, honestly, if this guy's gonna
she's
have
a married man,
or
a married woman.
but if,
Jesus
but if she's
Christ.
like he's quote unquote giving it to her once a year maybe or something like you know what I mean? Or
Complicated.
I imagine it is complicated. Game said he was honest about his same-sex attractions from the beginning. He told her he was seeking help and had been told if he stuck with counseling, his attractions would lessen.
She's like, okay, let's get married, have some kids, start a family.
Unfortunately, those feelings did not lessen. So whatever the counselor was lied to him a bit. On numerous occasions,
Or he didn't work hard enough. One of the two.
He seems like a go-getter to me.
What
You know
we
what I
know
mean?
of him.
Yeah. On numerous, and I mean numerous occasions. This is not, an isolated incident. This is numerous occasions we're talking about. His wife confronted him about his massive consumption of gay porn. Whenever she would catch him. So he's sloppy enough to be getting caught with gay porn on numerous occasions. Every time, though, he would go, "You're absolutely right," and he'd toss those magazines into the fire. The breaking point after Game said he had an affair with a man. What? He's married. Game's counselor told him about a retreat in Virginia led by a group called Exodus for people who were gay and didn't want to be. So they went. What do you know? He ends up balls deep in another guy.
Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, he goes to a camp packed with gay dudes who don't want to be gay. Wind up in a
So they
butthole.
might, so they probably held off. They've tried, maybe they've tried to hold off for a little bit, but eventually, dude, you're just in a room with a bunch of guys
Bunch of dudes.
that it's been a while.
Who are all overly emotional
Right.
and struggling to come to terms with. Yeah, that's not going to go well. There's going to be dicks and butts at that retreat, and there was. Game wrote he told his wife about his affair. Then he wrote a letter to the. so once a week he would go down to the local whatever party store and buy, Playboy for Gay magazines, and he'd buy all the fucking homo magazines. He wrote a letter to the owners of the shop where he purchased his magazines. In the envelope, he included a photo of him and his wife and implored them to never again do business with him.
Oh, my gosh.
So what is he hoping
Here's a
that
picture of me and my wife.
If you see me walking in there.
just tell me no?
Yeah.
So if I come in here, don't do it?
Slap the dick out of my hand. Yes, you do not let me walk out of here. I don't even know if it says never again do business. But he goes in there parched. He can't even pick up a Gatorade.
Dude, I witnessed a woman, it was a really sad scene. A woman came in, not a gay thing, but she came in imploring a party store owner never to sell to her husband ever again liquor. It was just like, it was so sad to see the woman's in tears, and
Wait, she didn't want him to sell alcohol to him?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was he saying? Were you able to get any of it or not?
Yeah,
really?
he was like, oh, okay, I didn't know, and she's like, yes, this is him, just please, never again.
What ended up happening? Did you have any idea?
She left in tears.
Yeah, because there's not a lawsuit there.
Not a lawsuit.
I'm assuming they came into the firm, right? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
a party store.
Oh, just came into the party store. Okay, I got you. So let's see. He worked remotely with Exodus International, an Orlando-based conversion therapy network that comprised more than 120 ministries across the U.S. and Canada. He developed a curriculum that teaches same-sex attraction as a multi-casual development disorder. He named that curriculum Hope for Wholeness. I created it all. We have harmed generations of people. So he's ready for the backlash, knows it's coming, and yeah, poor guy. Part of me in a way feels bad. There was probably, at some point anyways, some intent, like, I don't want to be doing wrong in what I believe to be God's view of what you're supposed to do. And he's trying as he may.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The pull is still strong enough, and unfortunately, it sounds like he's done quite a lot of damage to a lot of people over the years.
Hey, your investment plan should be created for you. However, developing and maintaining a financial plan can be a bit of a balancing act. So Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial can help deliver the guidance needed to develop a well-balanced investment plan. Call him today. Tell him you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Britney Spears' dad has been accused of doesn't he hold professional, like, doesn't he handle her bank accounts and stuff still? I think
I don't know if still. I think he did at one point.
he did for a long time. I know his health was an issue, but I don't know.
Because of her mental issues, you're saying?
Yeah. I can't remember what they call that, but
Conservator.
Yeah, yep. Britney Spears' dad has been accused of physically abusing her oldest son now. I read that, I'm like, oh no, did you diddle her fucking kid? What's going on here?
Is this Kevin Federline's child?
Oh, yeah. Yep, it is.
K-Fed. God, K-Fed. He was a thing.
Yeah, he was a backup dancer. He has 90% custody of those kids. 90%, like full custody. The incident went down August 24th while Britney's two boys were visiting Papa, Jamie Spears, at his residence. Britney's 13-year-old son got into an argument with Jamie, and the grandfather became angry, busted through a door, and grabbed the minor child. This resulted in the child being afraid.
So there was no diddle. Simply a physical assault.
Yeah. Britney took the kids out of the house, returned them to their dad, Kevin, for Federline for custody of that night. Federline later reported the incident to the county sheriff. Law enforcement restraining order was issued. Federline and his divorce attorney were expected to file paperwork for domestic violence restraining order on Tuesday, but lawyers on either side worked out a deal. The new order restricts Jamie's presence around the kids and says Federline retains his sole legal and primary physical custody with more than 90% of the boys' time appropriated to him. Kevin wants to assure that Britney has the most reasonable custody with the kids that is consistent with their best interest. The kids love their mom, and Kevin doesn't want to do anything that would be inconsistent with that. Dude, do you know how many restraining orders would have been issued in my house had my dad or grandfather or anyone getting angry and grabbing me?
Yeah.
I don't know. What about that chair incident not too long ago? I mean, that was with the granddaughter, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, he just made her cry.
Oh.
He wanted his chair. He wanted his chair. She was sitting at the head of the table, and they're wood chairs, and this one had a padding.
For
on
context, she's 18 months old.
Yeah.
18
Yeah,
months.
about Madison, my niece.
Your dad's chair, though.
And it is his house.
Oh, Bob.
And I actually, we went to lunch, and I remember talking to my dad, like we switched roles. I was like, fuck you doing, man? What are we doing? Really?
Like, what?
What? It's
What'd
my
they do?
chair. And I'm like, she's fucking 2, man.
It's just like,
And your granddaughter.
you know, it's not even, I think, like, me and Jay have talked about it sometimes with older people, but I think it's just like, they have nothing to do.
Who?
You know, they're I mean, in the sense, like, retired people.
Oh, my parents are busier than ever.
No, but
Old
they
people get set in their
but
ways.
they had this thing where it's
They get
just
set in their
like
ways.
they have to like have their things. Their chair is their chair, and
It's not that. My dad's thing is he does not want to sit down at his table and put his hands on his chair or something and have a peanut butter smear and a jelly smear.
Yeah.
Because
I don't blame you, Bob.
because a 1.5-year-old doesn't know how to eat without making a fucking mess. They're filthy.
How about we go to the root of the problem? This messy 1.5-year-old.
Yeah,
Clean
right?
that shit up. Learn how to eat, Madison.
Yeah, exactly. Like my dad's the other one will sit there a little bit older, right? Reed. And my sister will just like follow his face around with a plate as he's eating tacos. He doesn't really know how to hold tacos. He's gotten better now, but this is back during the chair incident that he brought up. But yeah, my dad is just on the edge of his seat, losing his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I know because I grew up with the guy. My brother couldn't eat at the table. Like my brother ate so fast and was so messy that my dad, it was just a fight every night. And so yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I'm sure he's listening.
I know.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Was your dad like that? I can't imagine your dad being like that, Jay.
Anal like that?
Yeah, super anal.
No, he wasn't.
No. So
I
you
mean,
can make a mess at the table. He's not going to
Correct.
tears over spilt milk.
No.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was, you know, me and Jay talked so much about how similar our dads are. I mean, he wanted my room to be clean, and, you know, he would be like,
Oh,
that
all
was a
dads want that. What's dad's hard on with fucking boys' rooms being clean?
the respect.
Well, I can say we have two boys, and one of them keeps his room somewhat clean, and then there's Russell.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't even need to guess.
It's just like, let's have some modicum of discipline here in our lives.
Civility.
That's the thing. Like, dude, what are you doing? You just tried that on and chucked it on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, just hang it back up. You're not going to wear it.
He
just
doesn't
hang
do
it back
his
up.
own laundry, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. See, I would have thought...
But then it just sits in his room.
See, I was going to blame the
Not put
parents.
away.
I was going to blame you parents for this, saying If Gab goes in there with a basket and cleans all that shit up and then washes it for him and folds it, zero incentive to
No.
not.
He doesn't give a fuck, man. He will live in squalor.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, this is our house. We want to be able to walk by that door and not be just grossed out. And
How bad is it? As bad as Ease?
I don't remember what he looks like.
We've seen pictures of Ease before.
He's got shit all over his floor and nothing's put away and drawers just open with shit falling out of them and stuff all over his bed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Probably somewhat
Disrespectful.
It's not that. It's like the objection is just like, let's learn how to be disciplined a little bit here, dude. Let's put your shit away.
It's disrespectful
While
too.
you live here, you put your shit away.
Yeah. I think it's disrespectful in a way. He's not buying most of that stuff. He didn't buy much of the furniture in there and shows a lack of respect, which, it's weird. At that age, God, we don't tend to give that much of a shit. I know I didn't. What was the big deal?
Yeah.
Easy to keep up. Easy. You know what I mean? Once it's clean once, every day it's a 30-second upkeep.
Yeah, I think you're
And yet we don't do it.
I think it's kind of twofold. It's like, it's my house. I don't want it looking like that. And moreover, you're trying to teach these kids, right? And
Yeah.
so they don't end up as, 48-year-old men living in the same fucking mess of a fucking house or whatever.
Yeah.
There's just ways to be civil
Yeah.
and put together, and just there's places for things.
That is such a concept. I don't know what would happen if I was in a different situation, but it's what a shock. What a constant fight I have with my dad, my like wearing sweatpants though, even like for my dad and stuff like that. To this day.
Yeah.
Like you remember when my hair was cut until I got it cut for the wedding, and it was just like, you really should cut your hair. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, but we go to the CVS and that's what you look like.
Your whole thing is different because you're a 38-year-old man, right?
Yeah,
So
no, I'm saying, but I mean, I was wondering, but he would think that even if I was living on my own. Like, if I was living on my own and I came home to visit,
Yeah,
and I was
there's a
wearing a
weird-
shirt, he would still just be like, you're walking out of the house like this? And I would be like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Well,
that wouldn't change.
In your family, there's a real sense of like, when we release these pods into the world, they're representing the Mike
that's
Fady
true.
name.
That's very
and
true.
the Fran Fady name. That is a brand that the Fadys take
worked very, very hard on.
Very, very
Right.
hard to become upstanding, respected members of the community. And one little fucking Eric can
I
come
know.
along and blow the whole thing up.
I know. and
Looking
I
like a
am.
retard
And I
everywhere he
am.
goes.
I feel bad on some level for it, but
You say that half jokingly, but the Fady brand is big in Milford. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a lot of them for
yeah,
sure.
the Fady name is known in Milford. My cousin grew up there, and not too long ago, I was like, "Hey, man, do you ever know the Fadys?"
Erickson?
He's like, "Yeah, there's tons of Fadys."
Yeah,
Big
because I mean,
family.
my dad was like one of like 8 kids or something.
Yeah,
or I don't
that'll
remember
do it.
exactly. And and so then they had some
Grandparents
kids.
were real
and-
rabbits, huh?
I guess.
Wow.
Well, they're Catholic, strict,
Spent
kind
a
of
lot
strict
of time
Catholic.
fucking.
So
Then
no,
that's like 8 straight years of fucking to produce 8 kids, right? Fuck for a few months, 9 months.
If they're
9
all
month
8 years apart,
I don't know the exact distance.
We know
of
the
age
human
apart.
gestation period is generally 9 months.
Generally, not always, but for the most part.
Got to give her a couple months to recover that thing,
Yeah.
after squirting one out.
Oh, can you imagine what Nana, like great Nana Fady, great Nana Fady's vagine looked like after
Yeah.
8 fucking blowouts?
She has some plasty.
I have no idea.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, probably not.
Just dropping, putting in a circus carrying bowling balls around.
I guess. I don't know.
Did you meet her? You met her.
I mean, I've met my grandmother, yes.
I mean, is she still around? I mean, we
Yeah,
lost
she
her.
is.
Right?
Yes, I have. She used to live. I used to be able to walk to her house back in the day.
Can you get
I
a
used to
picture
cut
of her?
Sure.
All right, some video of her. I want to see how bow-legged she
Oh, I don't know
was.
if I have any. Well,
Hi, Mrs. Fady. Sorry, all in good fun. All in good fun. But
yeah, she is Mrs. Fady. I forgot.
Jay's point, the Fady brand is something that's not to be
He
taken
definitely
lightly.
cared about it for sure, and
Yeah.
still does.
Are you guys like me? Do you put Vanilla Ice and Kevin Federline in the same basket? In your mind, you kind of categorize things, and
I
you're
don't
just
know
like,
what I think of K-Fed. He's just a guy
You know
that
what?
I happen to know.
because I just pulled up a picture of him. Oh yeah, that's him. I sort
Let
of
me
just have
see.
this
I haven't seen
general-
him in years.
It looks exactly the same. I'm
Oh,
assuming
wow.
that's more recent.
Yep. Well, Vanilla Ice is a different one. Like
Robbie Van Winkle.
Robert Van Winkle, yeah. He's a hard fucking working dude. Like he's got a reality show he had for a while on like the DIY network or
Construction, right? Home
yeah,
construction?
where he's doing like high end remodels. Like he'll take $1 million mansion down in Florida and then gutted himself with his boys.
Yeah, I don't know anything about their
it.
work ethic. I'm just kind of, I guess, physically, appearance-wise, just kind of throwing them in the same.
Absolutely. No, I see it.
And just kind of like, sort of has been. Is it fair to say?
Who? Robert Van Winkle?
Both. K-Fed
Well,
and
what, I mean,
one
was
Mr. Van Winkle?
K-Fed ever a Ben? I mean, honestly, he was just a dancer.
Good point.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, but he was he did a reality show with her.
Yeah, but
he?
to ease his point, he was nothing before her. Without her, he's nothing.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a professional dancer, I suppose. I don't know what that's worth, but
Didn't J-Lo do the same thing? Marry some dude who was a backup
Yeah.
dancer?
you just whoever's in your fucking inner circle when you're single.
I guess they are kind of.
You know what I mean? Like
pretty
that's
similar.
what happens whether you meet them at church or at
Righty.
a bar.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Flat brim, just kind of.
Oh yeah. No, they look. You could swap them out. Federline could go out and perform a Vanilla Ice concert tonight and fool the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see what you're saying.
Probably do that same dance, too. You know?
Hell yeah. Roll up on stage in a fucking white convertible Mustang.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
But Federline used to drive me nuts because I hate people that don't deserve, that kind of limelight money. That kind of, it's like, oh, fuck this guy, man. You banged Britney Spears. Now we all have to know who you are and have to listen to your opinion on some shit? No. But he really, when they had those kids, he went into the background. You know what I mean? Like he fucking removed himself from all of that shit. And so for that, and it sounds like, I mean,
You have respect for K-Fed?
I can't.
I mean, what do we
I
really
can't-
know about K-Fed?
He seems like a good father.
Okay.
He's good filing restraining orders against their grandfather.
Okay, yeah. That's-
You know?
I'll give him that.
See the 5-year-old boy that was thrown off the roof or the third balcony
No.
at the Mall of America or Minnesota. Remember that kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's going home now
Oh, good.
and not in a fucking urn or a body bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe that 5-year-old survived that. Landen Hoffman,
Yeah.
or that unfortunate name,
Landon.
Landen. Yeah.
He's landing on some granite.
Yeah. Landing on some linoleum. Landing on the floor at the Mall of America.
Landing on my head.
Yep, landing hard. Yeah. Anyway, he's been discharged from the hospital after completing. He's a first floor guy from now on, right?
Yeah.
like my life would be.
I'm living in a ranch.
Yes. I'm in a ranch, and I only do like strip malls now.
Yeah. A ranch with a crawl space only.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, the family announced he's completed his inpatient treatment, and he's now back home and will need rehab before he can return to school.
So he's not policed.
Details are limited, but when I hear I need some additional rehab before he go back to school.
He's got at least a fair tick, right?
Yeah,
At least.
a slight drool,
Yeah.
a hang of some sort of lip or something.
Some nerve damage.
His injuries included a broken leg, fractures to his face and skull after the random attack by Emmanuel Aranda. Aranda was sentenced to 19 years in prison. He'll have to do at least, I believe, 3/4 of that, half to 3/4 of that. After pleading guilty to attempted premeditated first-degree murder in June. So the update, we know about this because they had that GoFundMe they started
Yeah.
for Landen, for his treatment and recovery and whatnot. And so the page has raised more than $1 million
Wow, man.
to help pay for the previous and ongoing treatment needed by the boy. He gets to keep whatever he doesn't use. Like if there's a surgery coming up that's going to be like, it's going to take 50 grand off the top, but we think we could straighten that leg out. You know what I mean? Like if he goes, nah, I'd rather have a fucking loaded Jeep Wrangler 2020. You know
Yeah,
what I
the
mean?
money's his to use how he pleases.
So he can buy like candy and shit.
He can forego any and all of these surgeries.
I'd be foregoing a lot of them. Set up a sweet movie theater in my house.
It's only $1 million, dude. Sweet movie. A sweet movie theater might cost more than $1 million.
No. Prices have come
Yeah.
way down with OLED TVs.
Home
big
theaters,
screens. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
$1 million bucks.
Okay. But it's not $1 million. Isn't that much?
Dude, he's 5. To him, it's a never-ending amount of money.
I know, but
Dude, imagine if you were 5 and I gave you $1 million. You're set for life, in your opinion.
I mean,
of course.
At
but-
this point, you know a pack of nerds costs 10 cents or 25 cents.
Wow.
Think about those 10 cent or 25 cent little boxes of lemon heads you could buy at the store?
Yeah.
$1 million.
Incredible.
5-year-old doing the calculation. He's set for life. He chose. We do not know this whole story that why this dude did this. He chose not to make closing remarks, but at the time of his arrest, he allegedly told cops he was looking for someone to kill after being rejected by women there for years.
An incel.
I'm telling you, man, a male who needs to get his junk stroked to completion that can't get that done by a female hand is the most dangerous person on the planet.
It's the incel phenomenon. You're seeing it.
I'm telling you, man, I know it sounds harsh, but there's got to be some angels out there that it's just like, you know what? School
For the
counselor,
betterment of society.
yeah, I'm the school counselor. We've got this clear fucking. He wears a dark trench coat to school every day. This kid's never going to get blown. So thank God we hired our newest nurse, Susie, over here, and she just gives hand jobs and blow jobs all day to troubled teens. You know what I mean? Of legal age and consent. You know, maybe you need your parents to sign off, and you go, yeah, my kid's a loser. He's never going to get blown on his own. Might as well let Nurse Sally do it. I'm telling you, that's how you eliminate school shootings. That's how you do it. This kid doesn't get chucked off a fucking third story if one girl in the mall, all they have to have is a booth. Just have a booth in the mall. He just sticks his dong in there and some chick jacks him off. And he goes about his day. It's getting too many people in trouble, Jay. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to conclude. I'm a solutions-oriented guy, and you know that. The solutions we've come up with, see something, say something. Be generally nice to one another. Isn't working.
Generally nice.
Isn't working.
That's it.
He said he intended to murder an adult before noticing Hoffman.
He's easier to chuck, right? It'd be harder, way harder to chuck an adult off the third floor.
And why are you chucking a
Fifth floor or third floor?
Third floor. 40 feet.
Yeah.
Not a bad drop.
That'll do it.
That will. Family members called for Rand to face the maximum, but later after sentencing claimed they'd forgiven him. I don't know that I'd forgive him. If someone took Madison or Reedy,
be hard,
Marshall, and chucked him off a fucking roof like that, fuck that dude. You know what I mean?
They say the only one who suffers when you don't forgive, Mike, is yourself.
I don't believe that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been through anything like that or anything close, so I imagine it'd be very, very difficult to forgive. But there's value there. I can see that.
Vengeful is more my line of thing. The way I'm leaning, like vengeful, more so than forgiving. That's just me. You do you though. I refuse to be full of anger and hatred. I refuse to let you take my joy, my sweet, precious baby, my amazing gift from God is going to be okay. You chose to listen to the devil that day. I don't get to judge you or hate you. Instead, I am full of God's love. Aranda's mom, Becky. Oh, my God, Becky. Explained their son struggled with some mental health issues. No shit, really. I myself asked forgiveness for my son, and I'm hoping that the same God that she calls upon will also show mercy for my son. Terrible story all the way around, but...
Hey, if you've been chucked off a third-floor balcony or have otherwise suffered a traumatic accident or injury, don't call the billboard or TV attorneys. Your first call should be to Ogden Legal Triage. Ogden Legal Triage will find you the right personal injury attorney for your case at no cost to you. They will negotiate the best price and save you time, money, and hassle. Who better to help you find a lawyer but a lawyer? Ogden Legal Triage. For more information, go to firstcalldetroit.com.
Hey, get some boys, boys will be boys in Ohio. Facing some trouble. Middle school guys. 7 of them charged with serving their teachers crepes.
Oh, no, not this again. This again? Why does this rear its ugly head every year or so? In middle school, you know? Cup of coffee or cookies or crepes now.
Well, Starbucks has been doing...
Yeah, God, I forgot about that guy.
This is Starbucks who flavors it.
Cum in coffee.
Semen into coffee. We talked to that guy, too.
We did. Forgot all about that.
What was his name? Pastor
no
something?
Idea.
He stands by that,
man.
I think.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think he stands by that, though, that they were putting cum in their coffees. So the incident took place back in May when the students just had prepared food as part of an end-of-the-year cooking competition where the teachers were judges. One student filmed some of it. Of course, that video stays nice and quiet in the middle school. That's always going to be the way. Boys, when are we going to learn? If you film it and you're in high school, middle school, it's going around. You can't share that with someone and go, don't let anyone else see this. For your eyes only. That video will go around. So if you've got video of you jacking it into a fucking crepe, yeah, the Video allegedly showed the suspect's bodily fluids being added to the crepes. Whiz, too.
That is just monstrous, man. I don't care. You hate your teacher. That is, oh, that's so bad.
Yeah. The footage was not uncovered, unfortunately, until after the contaminated crepes were consumed by two unsuspecting teachers, 24-year-old woman and a 49-year-old man. Do you think she went, "Puh, why is there cum in this? Oh, my God. I know
How
that
much
taste
was
anyway."
there? It seems like if there was a lot of 7 boys, you said, cum and urine. She didn't taste that?
Yeah. Who's it worse for, the 25-year-old woman or the 49-year-old man? 49-year-old man, I think. Well, it's bad for both of them. They didn't see it coming. So during the investigation, deputies seized a clear plastic baggie containing off-white liquid substance and 3 iPhones. One student was charged with felony assault for allegedly bringing his semen to school and pouring it onto a crepe that was then served to a teacher. At no point in this process over a couple of days you'd think like something would click in like, nah, I can't really do that, can we?
Yeah, there's a cooling down period, right?
Yeah. What, she gave you a C on your last pastry item that, grade? Third student was charged with assault for bringing his own semen to school, even though he ended up not adding it to the crepe. What? Kid can't bring his own cum to class without...
Show and tell, man.
Well, I would think you could bring it. I mean, you didn't end up going through it. A 4th student was charged with assault for adding urine to a barbecue sauce and pouring it onto the crepes. They were then served to 4 teachers. Urine's better than cum, though, right? We would all agree?
Yes. Yeah.
You've had both.
I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think urine is
More personal than the man's cum?
maybe it is, and I don't know. They're both. I was trying to think that it wasn't, but
Well, you've sampled both, right?
no, I have not.
You did the cum flute.
Okay, I couldn't even remember. I couldn't even name which one was which, so I didn't even know.
Okay.
So I can't really say that I.
School district issued a statement. We are saddened that these charges are a result of actions that took place at one of our schools. Our teachers deserve respect and kindness. Anything less than that is completely unacceptable. I would say coming on your teacher's food is completely unacceptable, right?
Yeah.
The student's defense attorney said, his clients come from good families. I mean, they blame their antics on social media culture, teens' desire to gain notoriety through clicks on YouTube. They've expressed remorse for their actions and have been reprimanded at home for what he characterizes the boys' dumb actions, a.k.a. boys will be boys. Yeah.
I mean, he's got to say something, I guess.
What do you say?
He's got to say something.
Hey, back to K-Fed real quick. Do you remember his weight gain?
Yes.
Oh,
I forgot all about this. Look how friggin' huge K-Fed was.
yeah. Totally remember
Oh, my
that.
gosh.
So we're fat-shaming K-Fed.
How the hell did he get so fucking fat? He was
not that
real
hard to do.
thin. He was real thin.
Stop dancing?
Yeah.
Start eating? See, this high school in Michigan is installing curved corridors and wing walls to provide hiding places for students
Yeah,
and
it's
teachers in the event of an active shooter.
Sad sign of the times, man.
Is it? Or does it just say that we read too many news articles and think this is really how it is all over the world? Dangerous. Not wanting to take any chances, school officials in Fruitport, Michigan. Where's Fruitport, Michigan, E?
I think that's up headed north toward Bridgeport and Birch Run and all that, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Spent 48
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jesus.
I will. I don't.
Into the mic. Spent $48 million to make sure the school would provide greater safety in a catastrophe. The discrete features also include a security system that can lock down the school and its classrooms on demand. You show me more pictures of K-Fed.
Look at before and
He looks
after.
like me, dude. Stop.
Look
You're
at
fat
that
shaming.
son of a bitch. I forgot about that episode. And but for the tattoos that match up, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I was totally wrong.
Yeah, you were way off.
Yeah, over by Muskegon, huh?
Assume, right?
Yeah.
Report Charter Township.
All right.
Yeah, just north of Spring Lake there, south of Muskegon.
Zoom back in. Jesus Christ.
North
I
of
thought that
Grandhaven?
was Norton Shores.
Yeah.
I thought that's
Norton
what that
Shores,
was.
indeed.
Yeah. Is that Ferrysburg Spring Lake right over there?
You know, just head up 31.
31's a great fucking drive. Great fucking drive.
Especially when you get to Grand Haven and then you roll into Ferrysburg Spring Lake. I'm almost positive it's right there.
Take that thing all the way the fuck up Michigan, and you'll be very happy you did.
Into Marin County?
No.
Marin County?
No.
Just take it north all the way.
No.
North Muskegon looks nice too. I wouldn't mind living around
Muskegon's
Muskegon.
No, it's
I mean, look at that
pretty
body
rough.
of water. You think we could go Norton Shores?
Muskegon's pretty rough.
Really?
Yeah. It's not great.
What's wrong with what's going on in Muskegon?
It's just like,
Yeah, it's sort of inner city.
yeah.
Oh, I pick up what you guys are laying down.
I don't know.
I hear
It's
what
just-
you're saying, Easus.
It's just a rough area.
I don't
urban.
see color, but you know,
It's urban, not rural.
rural.
Right. It's not as nice as like a Ludington or a Grand Haven or,
Fruitport High's renovation will be fully completed by the summer of 2020. Won't be able to stop an active mass shooter, but hopefully will minimize the damage they do. So basically, it gives you a little jut out on the walls. God.
Yeah,
Can't
because
see there.
drywall will stop anything, right?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I kind of like the ideas of being able to one button push and lock down the school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you put some like bullet resistance, I think they called it like just do bulletproof glass. But yeah, let's see, glass coating with impact resistant film. That sounds like AR-15 will eat that for lunch.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? So yeah, more spacious classrooms, lock on demand, so students can hide inside. We've said this before because I know. Shit, more K-Fed.
I can't get over it. I forgot about
What
this
did you?
episode
What
in
did you?
K-Fed's life.
Go fat K-Fed?
No, I went K-Fed images, and then I just started clicking around, and I was like, wait, that's got to be Photoshopped. Oh, no, that's right. K-Fed got fat.
Did they do an episode? What was the name of that show?
Oh, that D-list celebrity, Surreal Life, right?
Was he at Surreal?
Is that what you're
He
thinking
did
of?
one with Britney though.
Oh, I don't know.
Might have been the Federlines or something, or Mrs. Spears, Mr. Spears.
It's so big.
So anyway, there's been a lot of statistics done on school shootings for all you that are sending your youngins back to school nowadays. And they've analyzed all the school shootings and all the deaths that have come from that because people are freaked out and they're starting to build $48 million upgrades to make sure, oh yeah, we're fully
Yeah.
protected. The fact is, if you go from Columbine in '99
Yeah, they're pretty rare.
through Parkland, right,
Thing
which
is-
is David Hogg's group,
Yeah.
the statistical likelihood as a student that you will be involved in that you will die in a shooting in school is 1 in 618 million.
Wow.
For context, there are about 330 million Americans.
Yeah.
So
I think it's the shocking nature of them, though. Wouldn't you agree?
absolutely, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Doesn't mean it's rational. You're just as retardedly irrational when it comes to shark attacks.
Yeah, I know.
There's like 6 a year.
Yeah. But
Globally.
did you see how many were off the shore of Massachusetts this
Yeah.
year? Also Florida. Oh, my God.
Bite arms and strong. And they go, "Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. No, I didn't know. No, I didn't know that was your arm."
Ugh, something
Not interested in
eating
that.
me. Ugh.
I know, but dude, it's the whole. You have more chance of dying at the hands of your fridge than you do a shark anywhere.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
Electrocution, yeah.
Yeah, or it falling on you.
Well, my fridge remains on level ground most of the
Vending
time.
machine with a wobbly leg. You know, but yeah, that's
I don't
statistical.
shake them anymore. I just give up. I'm like, got my $1.
Really?
Yeah.
You won't go underneath. I think it's the
honestly-
underneath thing when you open the thing and you go under and try to grab it.
That and I think the shaking. You're mad at it. You want your change.
And sometimes that son of a bitch will release.
And I think probably electrocution too. Aren't those
Is
the
that
ways
what
you're
it
gonna
is?
be? Yeah, you read this stat a couple weeks ago, right? The vending machine, your whatever, how many people die a year. It's got to be
Yeah.
electrocution mainly.
I thought it was crushing.
Okay, Jesus,
I don't even remember him talking
duck,
about
duck,
that.
go it.
I don't remember that recently either, but I know we have talked about that type of thing before. Well, we probably were during Shark Week. That's
Yeah.
probably why I brought it up because they're like, they were doing. I was watching some of that, and they were doing tests in the water, like with like like if some chick's ragging, if her vagine's blowing out.
There you
blood.
go. An example just a month ago in the Bahamas, I believe. A college student was swimming.
Yep.
And as you say, ragging.
Yep.
And she was eaten in front of her parents. Yeah.
And she was eating in front of her parents. I thought you said she was eating in front of her parents. I'm like,
And
and
then?
so there was a girl in the Bahamas who was on the rag and eating lunch
She
with her
was
parents.
eaten.
She was eaten. Yeah, but they did some examples, and they got human blood out there, and they dumped human blood all over the
They're
water.
not partial to it.
Nah, sharks didn't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
They were just like,
A little salty.
nice try, dick licker. No, not interested in that. And then they did a further example with just some fish chum blood.
Yeah.
And those sons
Turns
of
out they
bitches,
like fish.
they adore it. Like, favorite thing to eat. Like, favorite thing on earth to eat is like a seal. You
I don't know why I can only find the 95, but I did find a thing that said from 1978 to 1995.
Yeah, only
there was
37 people.
Yep, average of 2.8 deaths a year.
For but this makes the cause of death way more likely than shark attacks. It says 37 people were killed trying to get a snack from a vending machine.
Yep.
Between 78 and 95.
Does it say they were crushed or not?
Yeah,
Or-
that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Yeah. He was trying to help you with that.
Yeah.
He handed the ball off prematurely to you. Well, Jay's in the middle of a conversation with me. You know, he's picking up the dead weight.
I had it before I had it on
Well,
my
we
thing,
needed to
too.
know if it was crushing or electricity.
Well, okay.
I mean, that's what we're trying to, because I'm going with crushing. You rock that son of a bitch too much.
Yeah, I
it
think
comes
there's three
down.
ways. I think the one that you described, people trying to get on up in there proper, and then
Yep.
falls down. And then the shaking, give me my change back. And then there's probably some electrocution as well.
Yeah. So what are those, like the fucking window lickers going back there and biting the cord? Like how?
There's shorts, stuff happens.
I mean, there's one article I had. There's a very specific example, 2001, where it says a 19-year-old college student in Quebec was killed when a 900-pound Coca-Cola machine tipped over on him after he shook it. So there's one example
There you go.
in 2001.
That was probably all there was in 2001. Simpler times. Believe it or not, I was reading too that statistically they say that school shootings, like kids getting shot at school, is actually down from what it used to be years ago. Does that seem weird?
Yes.
It doesn't it? But that's what they say. Like, it just gets so much hype, and it's to your point, Jay. It's the sensationalism of the story, and it's the.
Well, it's the fact that it should never happen, right? I mean, oh my God, these kids.
Never say never. I'm sure there's
There
been
are some shitty kids out there.
Yeah.
No, but the one in with the kindergartners was just the most
Oh,
unbelievable
Sandy
story.
Hook.
The idea, the notion that 20-some kindergartners could be blown away. Oh my God!
No, it was only like 12 kindergartners and like
See,
few teachers.
I've already inflated the death toll in my mind.
What was Sandy Hook? Shit.
Yeah, I thought it was 20, but
Maybe it was.
I don't want to disparage the the shooter.
How many kids
by
are usually?
assigning too many kids?
Yeah, Adam Lanza.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oof. Yeah, but they say it is though it doesn't matter that the odds are astronomically low. 1 in 618 million.
27
but then-
victims at Sandy Hook, including 20 children, were murdered that day.
Okay, 6
Ugh.
teachers, and then are they counting Adam? Or are they
I
counting
hope
Adam's
not.
mom?
I hope not. That
I think it was-
enabling bitch.
6 teachers, and then Mrs. Lanza is probably how they're getting to 27.
Little 6-year-olds. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
5 and 6, dude. 5 and 6. Yeah, and that's why we've said all along, like, no, you're not getting rid of the second
Yeah,
Amendment.
if you
It's
can't get rid of guns after that one,
Nope.
it's not happening. It's unsolvable.
Yeah, it is. But parents can easily look at the 1 in 618 million and go, yeah, but what if my kid's the one? And that's all it takes in our puny little brains
I know,
to
right?
rationalize, $48 million in upgrades to your high school.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is you're going to have more injuries at that school. People take a turn too hot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's just a fucking part of the wall coming down. Kids are going to be banging their heads on it, get thrown into them. There's going to be way more injuries due to those walls' construction than anything.
In all likelihood, yes.
Yeah. Shit, I shouldn't say that. No.
Little James Matoli,
I shouldn't say that.
little Allison Wyatt.
Does part of you want to have a school shooting take place there just to see
Stop,
how good their
man.
defenses are?
No.
Okay, good. That's why I laid it out there. I said I shouldn't have said it. You didn't stop me. So
Little Daniel Barden. He was an old soul.
yeah,
That's what his
Dan,
family
he's a
said.
good boy. He was an old soul. Who says that about a 5-year-old? No offense.
Well, he was 7, so he was one of the older victims, but you're right. Who does say that about
I mean,
a 7-year-old?
think about Sweet Pie. She's an
old soul.
Who else?
Josephine Gay. Well, lifetime until she got married, at least.
Yeah.
Teasing.
Oh, yeah.
Catherine Hubbard. Poor little Catherine.
little Kathy Hubbard.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Charlotte Bacon.
Think about that, dude. Think about like the Ray Ann Cowies and the Dave Kennedys that you went to school with. All the classmates, and like Just take one whole giant classroom of them.
No Heather Bop?
No Heather Bop.
My God.
Gone.
Yeah.
Rand Cowie, fuck him. Gone.
Wow.
Dave Kennedy,
A whole class at
Blazo Sarcevich,
at Middlebelt Elementary School. Gone.
gone. You know what else needs to be gone, Jay? Some of these fucking books. These children's books. You see about this children's book?
No.
By author Jill Murphy. It's branded outdated and body shaming by modern parents. A Piece of Cake. Are you familiar with the book A Piece of Cake?
No, man. No.
It sold 5 million copies. It was released in 1989. It follows the diet of Mrs. Large, a gray elephant who is determined to lose weight
Awesome.
and get her family eating healthy food. Time appears to have caught up with the Murphy's tale, with many reviewers on Amazon branding the book's content fat-shaming and highly inappropriate for impressionable young children. This book sends the wrong message to kids. It takes longer to explain to them how wrong the book is than to read it. And after that, it went straight into the garbage bin. We should burn these books.
Are we supposed to just pretend that K-Fed didn't get fat? I mean, come on.
Body shaming. He looks great. Mrs. Large recognizes there's an issue. She's a fat fucking whale of an elephant. She wants to lose some weight. In one section of the popular story, the mother elephant, Mrs. Large, tells her children, I'm fat. And despite their protestations, Jay, that she's just right.
Mom, you're beautiful.
You're gorgeous the way you are. She reiterates to them, she's not cuddly, I'm fat. A Piece of Cake is part of a series of Murphy's books that features the Large family, but the diet-based theme seems to have inflamed new readers. The most recent reviews on Amazon have garnered scathing comments. Absolutely disgusting. Diet culture, body shaming, food shaming, highly inappropriate content for young impressionable children to read.
Is healthiness not important anymore?
No.
Shame on you. This book could have been acceptable when it was released in 1989, but when eating disorders are becoming more common, I think it's completely inappropriate message to be sending young children, especially as they are at
That's always the thing that
really
people
People love this impressionable age. Fuck you. Most kids at an impressionable age would go, yeah, I'm 4. That's a family of elephants, and if mom's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an elephant family.
Yeah, they're not internalizing all this, these big
Societal
messages.
issues.
Yeah.
People always throw out, by the way, too. That's another thing that people just throw out, like, and with eating disorders higher than they've ever been.
Right.
Are they? Do you fucking know that? Is it, or is it just that people have been open more to talking about it? Like, you think that back in the 80s and shit like that, there wasn't fucking housewives sitting out in their houses, eating disorders? Give me a break.
Of course there was. Oh, yeah.
Dude, back in the day when they're fucking
No, the difference
tying
now
up
is
what are they, what were those things?
No, you got it.
The women tying up their fucking chest things just so they can fucking make themselves look skinny. I can't, to get in the dresses, like in the Civil War times. I can't remember what they're called. Corsets, there we
Bustier?
go. No, corsets, he's right.
What's a bustier?
Same idea, I think,
Isn't
but
that
the corset, I think, is the one that you tie, probably.
Either way, my point is, like, people just like to say that.
Bustier is
Things
just
are
a big
higher
bra,
than ever.
right?
Is it just a brassiere?
I think so.
See, the problem is, what you're running into right now is we've taught society that their small, mindless, pointless, fucking stupid, retarded opinion means something.
I know.
It means fuck all, is what their opinion means. Oh, you're offended by a book? Then keep walking, lady.
I know.
You don't like the book? Don't buy the fucking book. Society will tell you whether or not this book is acceptable. Most 4-year-olds don't give a shit. Read me the one with the tigers on it. Read me the one with the elephants on it. It's a stupid kid's story. Probably with good intent. I'm not eating right. I'm getting too large. I need to go on a little bit of a diet so I don't lose a fucking elephant leg before I'm buried.
Don't want to look like K-Fed.
I've read this whole book and really dislike the message it sends. The mom decides she's fat and the family go on a diet, and then in the end, they eat cake and decide that elephants are meant to be fat.
What's wrong with that message, honestly?
One fan defended the narrative. Or you could be a normal person and realize it's a book about elephants and no 4-year-old will care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I get.
Two people speak on Twitter.
Yeah. How anyone thinks this book is appropriate is beyond me. Terrible content. Oh, look at all these heroes. All these heroes who think it's important for their voice to be heard. It's not, sir.
A lot of it is scoring social justice points, too. They go, ooh, wait.
Ooh.
this is not totally inclusive of everyone. This is putting down fat. Boom, type. And then wait for my likes. Ooh, did somebody heart me yet? Did somebody heart me?
Guys, my friend Stacy is a fucking whale who cannot eat. No, she eats and gorges herself all day long. I feel so bad for her. If she gets wind of this book, it might be the death of her. Shame on you. There are fat, disgusting whales of people all over society, and we need to respect them. Did you see this Albuquerque restaurant? That's New Mexico, right?
Yeah, an international story.
International story. They're under fire, too, because people can't just go, oh, yeah, I don't want to eat that, so I'm just going to walk right on fucking
The
by.
market will speak.
Yes, no. They've got menu items with controversial names, such as a vegan taco called The Immigrant and a burrito called The Wall. Urban Taqueria's owner, Hanif Mohammed, an immigrant himself, named the menu items using terms coined by Trump as he means to keep the debate going during such a polarized time. Now, he thought it was funny shit. That's why. We need to keep the dialogue going.
Right. I'll order one wall, please.
Boy, that's an interesting name. Yeah. He's got the outsourced, the popular vote, the Republicans, bad hombre. You're not keeping any discussion going with the bad hombre.
No.
Chilied shrimp, arbol chili, black pepper, chipotle mayo. That is a bad hombre.
It's a long description.
Can I interest you guys in the WikiLeaks, in order of WikiLeaks today?
What would that be?
Carnitas, pork belly, fire roasted tomatoes, serrano peppers, avocado crema. Not bad, right? Executive privilege, choose any 3 tacos with a choice of rice and beans.
So he's created controversy.
I
And
don't
now
know if
people
he's-
know about his restaurant.
Yeah. Patricia Peria, University of Mexico professor. Okay. I hear professor, University of Mexico, and I'm like, I know I'm not going to like what this idiot has to say. Says that normalizing such phrases that have been said in a context of hate speech is dangerous. It seems fun. It seems like you can make fun of this and maybe make it lighthearted, but you really can't. You're offending a whole community. It's normalizing the terms and potentially turning them into funny or humorous terms, and the more you do that, the more likely people are to repeat them and perhaps forget the context in which they were said. But the owner, Mohammed, who opened 6 weeks ago and employs a number of immigrants, disagreed with the controversial naming of the items. Most people who work there are fine with it. 99.9% of people who walk in, more than 99.9%, don't seem to have an issue with it. That's what I would think. Reminds me of that, what was it, Ricky Gervais, when he's talking about Twitter. And he's like, Twitter reminds me of, people that take issue and bitch about shit that people are bitching that probably have never been there or live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And when he was talking about,
on behalf of Mexicans, right? They're probably a bunch
Right.
of white guys, white chicks themselves.
Yeah.
Just again, spotting one. Oh, injustice, social injustice.
I see it.
Let me bring awareness to that.
But Ricky Gervais doing that thing when he's walking down the street. He's like, this is what it would have been like in the old time days. You see a neon sign that just says guitar lessons with a number to call. And then it stops and goes, I didn't fucking want guitar lessons. What kind of bullshit is this? Call the number. I don't want your fucking guitar lessons.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, then fucking walk along, asshole.
Twitter is something else, man.
It's the best. I think it's the best. Anyway, why don't we call it a day there, Jay? We've gone a little bit late. We'll save emails for...
Sure.
Tomorrow. Is tomorrow E? Are we going to get a learn on tomorrow?
Oh, E. This
Sure,
day in
why not?
history with
Yeah.
Big Easus.
Do you know what you're doing yet?
Of course.
Is it a good one? What
They're all
century?
good.
What century we
Of
going into?
course. Yeah, what century? Where are we?
Oh, boy.
The 21st. So 19th,
Oh, wow. Okay.
1800s.
Civil War, baby. There
No.
we go. No?
Late 1800s.
Oh.
All right. Telephone or something? All
No.
right. We'll call it there. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen, sugar.